Welcome back. Major development. The village of Los Ranchos de Albuquerque announces $50,000 grant from the New Mexico Economic Development Outdoor Recreation Division. That's for an edible trail at the Larry P. Abraham Agri-Nature Center. Now, we are joined this morning by the mayor of Los Ranchos, Don Lopez, as well as agriculture program manager Joshua O'Halloran. Gentlemen, it is great to have you both with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So anybody that's ever driven through Los Ranchos knows how beautiful it is, and it's so serene, it's so peaceful. It's just a little gem right in the middle of Albuquerque. Right. Let's talk about this long-standing tradition of heritage farming there.
Well, heritage farming, basically, if you go back prior to 1958, when the village was incorporated as a community, I grew up in that area. And basically, I farmed a lot of the properties in Los Ranchos and adjacent to Los Ranchos. I used to ride my horseback out on the mesas when there was nothing in the Northeast Heights. I had my .22 gun and I would shoot little animals, but it was really a beautiful time to grow up. But heritage farming continues in Los Ranchos. You will hear from Joshua O'Halloran here in a few minutes about what's going on, but we have what amounts to a magnificent agri-nature center. And this edible trail that we're going to talk about is a new significant development there.
And of course, Joshua, you know, a $50,000 grant to make the edible trail a reality. Let's talk about that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited about this. The edible trail will connect Rio Grande Boulevard. It'll come through the Agri-Nature Center. It'll go through a pollinator garden that'll be part of this, and through a plaza with raised beds that'll be accessible for people with disabilities and the elderly, and also go through a community farm that we have there and out and connect to the Los Poplanos open space and all the acequia trails over there. So it'll make the whole area more walkable and bikeable coming through there.
There you go. Mayor Lopez, you know, so we talked about the rich history of farming there, and of course, you know, there's some of the wineries that, you know, they grow the grapes, and there you go, the lavender. It's amazing. Why is it so important to have this edible trail to kind of honor that tradition?
Well, in my opinion, we have some spectacular festivals in Los Ranchos. We have the Easter egg hunt, which is sort of a festival. We also have the Lavender Festival in the summer. We have the holiday stop and shop, you know, in the wintertime. But we're starting a new tradition. This will be our second year that we have the Matanza. And we're going to have a Matanza on the 25th of February.
Ooh.
And basically, we're now looking at possibly around 400 people attending that event. And it's a tradition that I am familiar with, because when I grew up on my grandfather's dairy farm, we had Matanzas every spring and every summer. And that was how we basically had meat for the entire year. But to get to your question, the edible trail will kind of take you back in time.
Okay.
It'll show people how, in fact, a lot of things that people take for granted in farming and even ranching, for that matter, are still available to us to enjoy and to partake of. And I think Josh can even talk about that a little bit more, especially, Josh, the educational aspect of it.
Yeah. So real quick here, Josh, we're kind of running short on time, but you know, this is something, again, that the AG Center provides, right? It's just that, you know, that
Ag Center.
The Ag Center there.
Yeah, the Agri-Nature Center provides education. We partner with Explora for farm camps. We have Nature's Niños comes out and does programming there. We have farmer education as well as education for adults. We're having a workshop this afternoon on farm equipment and how to use it. So we have a continued lecture series going on, and events on Saturdays, and as well as field trips from APS that come out there to learn about farming, connect where their food comes from.
There you go. Always something happening out there, and including that second annual Matanza, and you said February
The 25th.
25th, yeah.
At 1 p.m.
Mark your calendars down for some great food and some education and a look back into our valued and rich past in a beautiful part known as Los Ranchos. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, for a full recap of the entire interview, we will have it later on this morning. That's always on KRQE.com.